So welcome back students. Today we will discuss some more important questions from ratio and proportion related to property that if there are three ratios equal to each other like ay minus bx upon c equals to cx minus az upon b equals to bz minus cy upon a, then if we assume them to be k equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence. And using that, we have to prove that x by a equals y by b equals z by c. So if we assume that it is k, and now if we add these, so we get what? They are sum of antecedents, which is ay minus bx plus cx minus zz plus bz minus cy over a plus b plus c. So first of all, always check in rough. So I'm doing this rough work. If we assume it to be k, and in rough, if you write ay, az, or write the terms with a together, ay minus cy, there are two terms of a, two terms of b, and two terms of c. So how to prove this x by a equals y by b equals z by c is as it is giving nothing. So one more thing which comes in our mind, that this is ay minus bx. So if you prove finally that k equals to 0, so what will you get? We get ay minus bx equals to c into 0, that is 0. So ay equals to bx, that is we can write x by a equals to y by b. Similarly, if we substitute cx equals to az by putting a, so it also gives x by a equals to z by c. And on comparing both, we can get x by a equals y by b equals z by c. So how to prove that k equals to 0? So let's first if we multiply numerator and denominator by both by a constant. So what happens? So look at this. This is ay, and one more term is cy. Coefficient of y in first ratio is a, and in third ratio it is c. So if you multiply c to the first ratio, it becomes acy, and a to the third ratio, it becomes minus acy. Then they will be cancelled out, acy minus acy. And at the same time, as we have multiplied this ratio, first ratio with c, this becomes minus bcx, and it becomes minus plus abz now, by which term we will multiply the second ratio. So in second term of first ratio, when we have multiplied by c, we obtained bcx, and if to second term we multiplied by b, it also becomes bcx, and when we add them, it also becomes 0, and it becomes abz. So it will also be cancelled out that with this abz. Okay, so this is correct, to multiply the first ratio numerator and denominator by c. In the second ratio, multiply numerator and denominator by b. And in third ratio, multiply numerator and denominator by a. So we get what we need, what we require, that is k equals to 0. Means if we multiply numerator and denominator of first ratio by c, we get acy minus bcx. Both the terms will be multiplied by c. If we multiply numerator by c, and denominator becomes c square, equals to, again, second ratio is multiplied by b. So bcx minus abz over b square equals to, third ratio is multiplied by a. So it becomes abz minus acy over a square equals to k. Now if we use k equals to sum of antecedents over sum of consequence. So it is equal to sum of antecedents ACY minus BCX plus BCX minus ABZ plus ABZ minus ACY over denominator is A square plus B square plus C square. Now add the terms in numerator. What will you get? Check. K equals to ACY minus ACY cancelled out. This is not ABZ square. This is ABZ only. ACY cancelled out minus BCX plus BCX cancelled out minus ABZ plus ABZ cancelled out. And this is what we want to do. K equals to 0. So AY minus BX upon C from this equals to K, that is 0. It implies AY minus BX equals to 0. It implies AY equals to BX. It implies Y by B equals to X by A, dividing both sides by AB. Dividing by AB both sides. So in one side A cancelled out, B becomes the denominator. In second side B cancelled out, A becomes the denominator. Take it as equation number 1. And using second ratio, this is using first ratio. So when we use the second ratio, Cx minus Az upon B equals to K. K, value of K is 0. So cross multiplying, Cx minus Az equals to 0. Cx equals to Az, dividing both sides by AC. X by A equals to Z by C. Dividing by AC both sides. From equation 1 and 2, we get X by A equals to Y by B equals to Z by C, hence prove. This is what we want to prove. So hope you must have understood this. Why we have multiplied A, C to the first ratio to the numerator and denominator of first ratio, B to the numerator and denominator of second ratio, and A to the numerator and denominator of third ratio. This is so that we can prove that K equals to 0. As coefficient of Y in first ratio is A and in third ratio it is C. So to make it ACY, we have multiplied numerator and denominator both by C, and we have multiplied numerator and denominator both by both of third ratio by A, so that it also becomes minus ACY. On adding it becomes 0. Similarly, when we have multiplied the first ratio by C, the second term becomes minus BCX. To bring one more BCX, if we multiply numerator and denominator of second ratio by B, it becomes BCX minus ABZ, and on adding, it gives A equals to 0. So finally, we are getting what we want. Hope you must have understood it. So practice it. So we will discuss the next question now, 15th question. If A upon B plus C equals to B upon C plus A equals to C upon A, C plus B, prove that each ratio is equal to half or minus 1. Okay. Half or minus 1 means we have to prove for both, either half or minus 1. Some students have thought that when they have proved that it is half, then hence prove. No. Half or minus 1 means you have to prove that either half or minus 1, we have to prove both. So in question 15, A upon B plus C equals to B upon C plus A equals to C upon A plus B equals to, we will assume K, and we have to prove that each ratio, if we assume that it is equal to K, which each ratio equals to K, and what we have to prove finally, we have to prove that K equals to half or minus 1. So first of all, we will use K equals to what? Sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence. Now, sum of antecedents A plus B plus C over sum of consequence B plus C plus C plus A plus A plus B equals to A plus B plus C over A plus A 2A, B plus B 2B, C plus C 2C equals to K equals to A plus B plus C over 2 common into A plus B plus C, which is equal to K. Don't cancel this A plus B plus C in these questions. It can be 0 or non-zero both. When we take K equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence, it means it can also be 0. That's why first we cross multiply them. So K into 2 is also there. A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. And if we transfer them to the same side, 2K into A plus B plus C minus A plus B plus C is written inside the bracket and transferred completely to the left hand side. Now we can take A plus B plus C common into 2K minus 1 equals to 0. It implies either A plus B plus C equals to 0 or 2K minus 1 equals to 0. It implies either A plus B equals to minus C. So if A plus B equals to minus C or 2K equals to 1, it implies now one more thing. Which of the term contains A plus B? So this is C upon A plus B equals to K. C upon A plus B equals to K becomes what? If we take A plus B equals to minus C in this, it becomes C upon minus C equals to K, or it becomes K equals to half. It implies K equals to C by minus C is minus 1, or K equals to half. Again, if you want to check for the other ratios, like first ratio, A upon B plus C is also equal to K, as A plus B plus C equals to 0 means we can find the denominator B plus C by transferring this A to the next side. So A upon minus A equals to K. It implies K equals to minus 1. And also, when we take the second ratio, B upon C plus A, and for this also, as A plus B plus C equals to 0, so the denominator C plus A equals to minus B, it implies B upon minus B equals to K. It implies K equals to minus 1. Means each ratio which is equal to K, we have proved that either half or minus 1. So K equals to half or minus 1, that is A upon B plus C equals to B upon C plus A equals to C upon A plus B equals to half or -1. Finally, write this line, hence proved. So some students always asking how to make the maths easier. I am not getting this, I am not getting that. But one thing which you should learn, how to make the maths easier. Some students always complaining about this question is difficult, that question is difficult, and they are very honest, but they are not too honest to solve it incorrectly. First, you have to solve the question incorrectly only. Means what? Solve a problem in multiple ways. Solve a problem in multiple ways. Keep making mistakes. Use your imagination again and again. And keep moving forward. You will crawl. First you will crawl. Then you will start walking. And then start running. But this is only when eventually don't give up. If you don't give up, only then. First you will crawl. Crawl means will make the mistakes again and again and using your imagination again and again and keep moving forward, but don't stop. Crawl, walk, and then run. But if you don't solve, you will not be able to solve the questions. So don't pretend to be unable to solve the questions. You have to solve the questions, at least doing the mistakes in them. Then you will be able to solve the questions correctly. So always remember this. Now question number 16. I think this you can solve. Prove that each of these ratios is equal to 2 upon a plus b by the same method by assuming it to be k. And when you add numerator is 2x plus 2y plus 2z, denominator when you take a common into x plus y plus z, when you take b common into x plus y plus z. So in the numerator, when you take 2 common into x plus y plus z, in the denominator a plus b into x plus y plus z. On cross multiplying, x plus y plus z equals to 0 or k equals to 2 upon a plus b. And you have to prove that each ratio is equal to 2 upon a plus b. So no need to think about x plus y plus z equals to 0. Now in question number 17, there must be equal to sign in between this, I think. Now let's discuss one more important questions from ratio and proportion. Y plus z upon 3b minus c equals to z plus x upon 3c minus a equals to x plus y upon 3a minus b is given. And we have to prove that x plus y plus z into a square plus b square plus c square equals to ax plus by plus cz into a plus b plus c. The method is usual. First we assume that it is equal to k. So if this is equal to k, so we know that it always gives the result k equals to sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence. So how to, so what will you get if you use sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence? K equals to, and we use sum of antecedents upon sum of consequence. You can check this in rough whether you are getting something from the proving. means which we want to prove or not. So if you add the antecedents y plus z plus x plus y, we get y plus y 2y, x plus x 2x, z plus z 2x, that is 2x plus 2y plus 2z. And when we take 2 common from it, it is giving x plus y plus z, and we have to bring x plus y plus z in our proving. Okay, and at the same time, in the denominator, means in the consequence, sorry, it is not denominator, consequence, 3b minus c plus 3c minus a plus 3a minus b. If you add these three, 3ab minus c plus 3c minus a plus 3a minus b, so 3b minus b will be 2b, minus c plus 3c 2c, minus a plus 3a 2a. So 2a plus 2b plus 2c, 2 common, a plus b plus c, 2 common, x plus y plus z upon a plus b plus c. So x plus y plus z we have to bring one side, a plus b plus c in one side. And so first of all, we will do the same thing. X plus y over in the denominator 3b minus c plus 3c minus a plus 3a minus b equals to x plus x 2x plus y plus y 2y plus z plus z 2z over 3a minus a 2a plus 3b minus b 2b plus 3c minus c 2c equals to 2 common into x plus y plus z over 2 common into a plus b plus c. It implies k equals to x plus y, 2 cancelled out, x plus y plus z over a plus b plus c. So if we cross multiply this, so we get a plus b plus c into k equals to x plus y plus z. Actually, you have not to cross multiply it, but first keep it in mind. And now what should we make k equal to, so that this is giving x plus y plus z into a square plus b square plus c square. So if we prove in the denominator, it is a square plus b square plus c square. This is only the thinking. This is only the approach to which we have to reach. A square b plus b square plus c square. And numerator is ax plus by plus cz. If we prove that k is this we have not to write. Those who are cheating, for them, I am telling you, you have not to cheat this. And then if we cross multiply, this x plus y plus z into a square plus b square plus c square, which we have to write, which we have to bring, equals to x plus y plus z into a square plus b square plus c square equals to ax plus by plus cz into a plus b plus c, which is right hand side. So it is very clear that what we have to bring as k equals to a square a plus ax plus by plus cz over a square plus b square plus c square. So how to bring that? For this, we will further use these ratios. First ratio is y plus z over 3b minus c equals to k. It implies, now we can write y plus z equals to k into 3b minus c. And from equation 1, what can we get? X plus y plus z. Look at this. X plus y plus z equals to k into a plus b plus c. Now, if we subtract, if we consider this equation number 2, and this we know that already equation number 1, it is obtained from 1 now. And if we subtract second from 1, we get what? This is minus, minus, minus. So y cancelled out, z cancelled out. So minus x equals to k common into minus, minus, minus. So 3b minus b, 2b minus a, and minus c is minus 2c. it implies we can write x equals to what? Minus is transferred to this side. 2b minus a minus 2c. It implies x equals to k into, when we transfer this a minus sign inside the bracket, a plus 2c minus 2b. So this is the value of x only. And now if we add, if we want to find ax, means if we multiply this a to this, ax equals to k into, what do you get? A square plus 2ac minus 2ab. Multiplying both sides by a, we get ax in left hand side and k into a square, 2c into a 2ac minus 2b into a 2ab. This is equation number 3. Okay, so this is the value of ax. Now we will find the value of by with the same method, means from the second ratio z plus x upon 3c minus a, z plus x equals to k into 3c minus a from second ratio, and the value of k is also used. So x plus y plus z equals to k into a plus b plus c. And when we again subtract, minus, 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 minus. So z cancelled out, x minus x cancelled out, there will be only minus y, k is common. So 3c minus c is 2c. Minus a is minus 2a, minus b, multiplying both sides by minus 1. We are following the same method. So 2a plus b minus 2c. And then as we have to bring by, so we multiply both sides by b. So we get by equals to k into, we are multiplying by b. So multiply all the terms by b. 2ab plus b into b square minus 2bc. Take it as equation number 4. Again, in third part, again we take x plus y equals to k into, from third ratio, we again take x plus y equals to k into 3a minus b, and subtract the first x plus y plus z equals to k into a plus b plus c. On subtracting, minus, 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 x cancel, y cancel, it will be only minus z, k is common, into 3a minus a 2a, minus b minus 2b, minus c, and when we multiply by cz, multiply by minus 1, z equals to k into minus 2b becomes plus 2b, minus c becomes plus 2c, 2a becomes minus 2a. Then we multiply by cz, so k into 2bc plus c square minus 2ac, which is equation number 5. And then adding 3, 4, 5, we get ax plus by plus cz equals to k common into a square plus b square plus c square. Rest will be cancelled out, you can check. So k equals to ax plus by plus cz over a square plus b square plus c square. Rest we have discussed, so I think you can do. We have proved about that x plus y plus z upon a plus b plus c is also k from equation 1 equals to ax plus by plus cz over a square plus b square plus c square. So on cross multiplying, you can get what you want to prove. Hence proved. I think you must have understood what should we do. Otherwise, write in comment box.